Welcome back. It is now time for hands-on, practical, hands-on. How do we create a database? We are going to use a database management system that is Access. So how do we start Microsoft Access? Access is simple. You click the start button. Always, I'm keeping my screen without any icons so that you know that time comes when you're looking for something and it's not on your screen. How do you get it the right way? You click the start button, go to all programs, and you realize that all installed programs will always be there in that list. Access is one of the softwares provided by Microsoft Office. Microsoft as a company provides all these software as one package, and that package is what we call a software suite. Microsoft Software Suite, Microsoft Office Suite. Okay, so we are going to be using Microsoft Office Access. Click at it and it will start on your screen. You realize that this interface has layers. We have this middle layer. For now, we shall not be using any of this. We shall not. Do not click any of this. Do not. We shall be using the basic blank database. And then we have this list on the right. Whenever I create a database, it will be listed there. So if power blacks out or you're done structuring for the first time and you need to add on what you did last time, the last database that you created will always be in this list. So we're going to create our new database. Click blank database. Click once, and on the right we have this section. In this section, we want to specify where we need to save our database. Now this is very critical, so you need to be attentive. Many candidates do this mistake. They just click create. You realize that once you simply click create, your root is documents. Your database will always be saved in documents. Don't make that mistake. Locate where you want the database to be saved. Many times you'll need to save the database in a folder created on the desktop. So can we say we want to create our desktop folder first? Minimize, and then we need to create a desktop folder. Right click by using the right mouse button, right click and select new. Then navigate and select folder. Give it your index number. Do not give it your name. Just give it your index number, possibly with your random number. Let's say RD random number. That could be our random number. Do not use special characters like a slash. Don't use a slash or plus or comma or what. Those are special characters. Otherwise, if you used them, you're going to have this error. All those are special characters. All of these ones, do not use them. If you need to use something in between there, leave space for now. Leave a space and type your index number 1551 and press enter. So you realize that once you press enter, you have confirmed to the final name of your index number. And it's in this that we shall be saving our file, our database file. I'm opening the database again. It was hiding, it was minimized, so I'm maximizing it. Then on the right side, I am having this small folder. Click at it once and you will be enabled to properly save your database where you want it to be saved. I want to save my database on the desktop. So on the left of this dialog box, click at the word desktop once. And everything on the desktop will be shown in this window. Everything will be there. Okay? Alright, so I'm looking for a folder that has RD. So RD, that folder is there. Select it once and select open to open it. Now I realize that I am in a folder RD num and then with my index number. Inside this folder where I am, there, I'm going to create my database file. And that database file, I'm going to create it and name it My Dream School. My Dream School. Click OK. And you realize that it has shown you the route that you have selected on the desktop in a folder, and that's where I'm saving. That's the right way of saving. Click Create. And the database is created. It will create itself with one table. That one table we do not need for now. Welcome back. We are going to create our table, our first table in a database. How do you create a table on a database? It's simple. Follow step by step. When a database file is created, it will come along with only one table, and this table does not match what we need to create. Delete it out. Close it. And it will disappear. Let us now create our own so that you know how to create it yourself. Click the Create tab. The Create tab is appearing on top below the Office button. Home tab, Create tab, External Data tab, Database tab. So we want to create a table for ourselves. So click Create tab. Under the Create tab, we want to create a table. We don't want to use wizards or templates because we want to create it ourselves. And that's what we shall do. Table design. You create it yourself. Table design. Click Table design. And you shall be taken to the design window. In the design window, it has three layers or three partitions. We have the field name. The field name is the place where we shall be typing our fields. A field is a column. Another name for a field is a column. So to define a table field or a field name, you need to enter the field name there. We shall be entering the field name. The first field name will be for classes. That means a student can be in a particular class. So classes, so we shall need to have the class ID. Class ID. I'm not leaving spaces there. Possibly we shall explain later why, but you can if you would wish, but professionally I wouldn't advise that you leave spaces. Field name, and then we shall have the class name. Class name. All right. So we shall be interested in knowing which kind of data. That will be our data type. Shall we be entering the class as text, like senior 1, senior 2, it's an ID. We need to give it a number. So we can have a number or an auto number. A number, you can enter it yourself manually. However, an auto number will increment itself. It will regenerate itself automatically. So click auto number so that you don't have to enter it. Then the class name, we shall have senior 1, senior 2, senior 3. Then once you select auto number or C class name, we have S1. The question is, how many characters shall you enter in a particular column? How many characters at most shall you enter? At most, we shall be entering at most 20 characters. Like senior 1, senior space 2, senior space 3. All those are characters. So our characters should not go more than 20 characters in a particular column. How about this description? What is description? Description is just data that defines the data we shall be using to help whoever will be reading through our database understand it better. So this is data about data. That is this definition. But typically, description would be like our metadata. Metadata is defined as data about data. Nothing more, nothing less. Like we said in our concepts, the initial concepts we had, each table needs to have a primary key. A primary key has properties like we said. Each primary key should never be left empty, and it should never be duplicated. So it is possible that we can have senior 1A, senior 1B, senior K, senior 1, senior 1. But this ID, senior 1, but which ID? Senior 1 of ID 001, senior 1 of ID 002. Okay? It should never be duplicated. So let's have this as our ID. So you select it and you click primary key. It's found under the design tab. Click primary key, and once you click primary key, it develops a key structure on its left. After doing that, please save. Click the save button that appears next to the office button and give your table a name. Classes, classrooms. I'm not using the word classes because classes in most of the programming languages, it is a keyword. So I'm just using the word classrooms. Click OK, and you'll have the table created. This is its real view. Its real view. When you want to switch between views, click on the left of the primary key, or in your normal window, home tab, click view, and you have a number of views. We are interested in the datasheet view. So your table will be looking like this: ID and the class name. So let's enter sample data into our table. Remember, this has a primary key, and we said it is an auto number. Its data size is just an integer. So we shall have just senior 1. As I'm typing, you realize it will put a number for me. S1. Okay, that means I don't need to enter it. Then I go to the next, S2. Automatically it increments itself by 1. S2. S3. Now, the advantage of using this Microsoft, once your cursor, my cursor is currently there, you see that blinking line. Once it jumps out and goes to the next there, that means the previous one has been saved. So even if I'm to close like that, and I'm to open it again, you can either open it like that and your window will be like that. Open My Dream School. Once you open your classrooms, your data should be there. Double click and your data is there. However, you can also go through the right way. All programs, Microsoft, click Microsoft Office, select Office, Access. You realize that this My Dream School is there. Click at it and it's open. Your data is there. So that is that for now. I'm going to be back with how to create a form.